This is going to be the most epic weed stream ever. I think so far what I got set up here looks pretty. God, this looks like shit. And we got it up here. No, that's where the chat goes. Alright, we'll put our face cam down here because we got all this free real estate. I think this looks. I think this looks pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. I do like having my little guy just like chilling. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's just. We'll have plenty of space to see the epic drawing. Alright, this is gorgeous. So what are we drawing today? I was thinking maybe a wizard would be a cool thing to draw today. So also I guess before we start we should go over the rules of this whole thing that I'm doing. So basically the whole thing is if I mess up any parts of my drawing, I smoke some weed. And I mean, you might be wondering, well, what counts as a mess up? I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find out, or you'll see what I mean as we start and do this. I tell you what, though, I am definitely very classic for doing a sketch. I'll start it off, and then it'll just develop into something completely different, which I actually kind of enjoy. Um, because like I think it's a lot more fun to experiment in the midst of the art rather than just trying to plan it all out and trying to you know, figure everything out beforehand, because if you mess up one thing then you feel like you ruined it. But if you're just doing like little changes and stuff to things, it's not really that big of a deal. But I think for this character that we have, do we want it to be a man or a woman? That's a good one. I don't know. Let's see what comes out on page. So, like at this stage, it doesn't really what we do. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of like trying to just experiment with what we want to put out there. This pose looks like somebody holding something like a staff. So I definitely think this is what the staff is gonna. This is what space the staff is gonna take up. Like that. It's here. And I always love a good wizard staff with a nice ball. I think we're gonna have that. So that'll be our ball. I'm shifting the head area. So let's say that would be a mistake. Then I take a hit. It's like one of the last things I want to redo. You know how hard it was to get this camera set up the way it is? I fucking like my face cam. It's not normally here, and it might look a little wonky to you. It's because I'm trying to keep away from the light that is beaming on my back right now. So yeah, we got a little bit of a jank setup, but it's all right. I will say I am getting more of a feminine vibe from this character that I'm drawing. I don't. If you can't see it, obviously you fucking can't. Hold on. Maybe I can try to adjust the brightness a bit more. Really, the art is at a very light stage right now, so you're not really gonna see much of it. This is like one of the keyer parts of the drawing when you want to, because a nice fine lady can have some broad shoulders. I'm just saying, but usually women have wide hips. You don't see many guys with wide hips, but if you do, then you do. You can't help how people are made. This character looks like they are in the middle of a fight, though, I will say. I think I kind of want them, like, looking... I kind of, like, want them to be, like, their face is, like, tilted down, but they're, like, looking up. So yeah, there's going to be, like, where their eyes are probably going to be mainly. And you want them kind of, like, looking, like, up in this direction, like, as we are. So, like, maybe this is a wizard and she's in a fight that she's never fought before. Maybe she's, like, lifting her arm, like she's getting ready to cast, like, a big spell or something. Maybe, like, she's having, like, a big retaliation to somebody she's fighting. Like, we could have her hand get bigger and come closer to us. Because we are the camera in this situation, We're seeing the perspective shift and come to us. I tell you what, this hand looks wonky right now, but when we do the shading and stuff, it'll hopefully start to look a bit more like a hand. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna already call it. This hand's a bit of a fuck up. I think we're gonna smoke a little bit here. I still think we can salvage this though. So like these fingers that we made, maybe they're not fingers. So, like, say, what if they were like rocks? Right? So like now the effect is that she's using a magic to summon like rock arms. And we didn't fuck up. See what I mean? Kind of a bit of a weird way to say it, but I'm kind of, what I would say is I'm trimming the fat of the sketch. Right, so like I try to I go big with what I make, and I try to make it go smaller inside, right? So like this big circle was originally a head, but now it's turned into the neck area plus a head. And we have a bit of a muscle mommy here too, so one of those cheetah print ladies. When it comes to her bosom, we're going to just have a light sketch of where it would be, and then we'll just kind of work a malleable shape around that area. But like the key thing that we want to do though, that's, remember, is important with drawings such as this, is you want to make sure that any like fur type things that you draw are like appealing still to the, because you could just mat somebody with fur and it's just gonna look fugly if it's not done correctly. So like this type of, I guess it's kind of like a bra type thing here I'm drawing. I think I'll put like a skull or something. Have like a bird skull, yeah, and that'll be like the thing that holds this piece of garment together. which gives it a bit more sense than, you know, just throwing it on anywhere willy-nilly. It's like we still want to have a bit of consistent flow with what we're drawing. I don't know what kind of bird this is, but it is probably happy to be there. Tell you what. I think I'll have a bit of an underboob shot. Ooh, ooh. It gets all the monkeys in the chat all raring up. That was a bit weird. Maybe. Alright, hold on. Forget X errata that. Don't forget that. wrong. all the caveman in the chat. Yeah, all the cavemen going on bunga. Yeah, there we go. That's a way better way to say. Holy shit. You're in trouble now. So we got kind of like a cave druid lady. Bunga bunga lady? I do always think skulls were an interesting armor piece. I don't think skulls really do much to protect you. I think it's more of a status thing. Makes people scared of you. She definitely seems like a lady who would do that. She wants you to fear her. Maybe signify her being more druidy and give her like a couple of these. Be like sigils. Gets us a bit more into the action. You know what I think this lady needs though? I think she needs big boots. Big boots. Wow, bar here. Man, this face looks rough. Here's what we'll do. We'll do like comic book shading. God, she looks like a fucking dead fish. Would this image look better if I use referencing? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because she's got like a big ass Hulk arm now. Oh, brother. She's got some big ass shoulder caps too. Holy shit. Don't worry, I can fix it. I can fix her. Honestly, maybe I'm just being too doubtful too early. You know what, this seems very solid. Okay. Do a little shading here. That booty popping. We have that booty popping out. We love to see it. She don't look happy, that's for sure. She looks kind of like mildly infuriated, you know. All right. Here's what we do to save the hand. You see, we take that and we do that. Guess what? Now that ugly piece of hand is now part of this cool looking staff. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Got some really thick arms. Trying to make them a little thinner, maybe? We do. That's just a really, really thick shadow line right there. It's like, do we just like keep shading and seeing if that fixes it? Because that's not fixing it, obviously. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe her arms aren't that thick. Just think they look thick. At least I know the one this side is a little thick. But, that I mean, don't look bad on this end. I think definitely has a bit of roughness to it, but I think that's fine. It also gives us some more shade to define these areas, to separate them more. Because that's the last thing you want is your drawing looking like it's all flat. Trying to give this some depth. Looks like these hands don't have really any depth till like right there. So yeah, this is why, you know, I mean, this ain't a final drawing of anything, which is good. And this is why I like just having them be sketches. It does give us more room to experiment. Now, if this was a final piece, I probably would have tried something a bit different here. At least I probably would have prepared a bit more. Yeah, because now it just looks like it's been blacked out for the sake of being blacked out. Which is a shame. That's not what I wanted to do. It's kind of like this here too, because that doesn't look like a Knuckles. I mean, they kind of look like Knuckles, but not like proper. Maybe I'm just worried about this little area too much. I definitely think we should work on these boots though. I've been brewing up the idea in my head of what they would look like. She got like the medieval Uggs. Got a weird, like, tilt, like she's leaning back. I definitely think she's like calling something. Like I'm like imagining like some like big rock monster, you know. I like how this loincloth kind of makes it look like the fucking skeleton has a beard. Or the skull, yeah. This is definitely an orb of ball proportions. Now, a lot of you may be wondering how to draw wonderful, like, roots and, like, you know, like staff type material. Because I always like a good, like, curly staff. Nice. It just has, like, a nice, like, the staff feels like it has wisdom to it, you know? You see, like, staffs that are just, like, straight sticks, and you're like, those staffs, they ain't shit. They, you know, they're up to something, you know? I don't trust a straight staff, you know what I mean? A good staff has to have a bit of curve to it. But, if you ever want to draw a beautiful staff that looks something like this, for me personally, when I try to think of like how I do the main outline of the staff, is I imagine Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy's penis, and it all just kind of works out from there. So now that I've mentioned that, I'm probably gonna have to like censor this entire thing. Yeah, bro, that's totally what his thing's gotta look like. Cause like, I don't think it's. I mean, he probably doesn't even have one. I guess that's what the real answer is to the question. But like, say if he really wanted one, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it would probably look like the other stuff that he's like outstretched before. You know what I mean? Because like I know he can like manipulate his shape to a degree, but I don't think he can, like, make parts of himself smooth. You know what I mean? Unless he was, like, sanded down, but I'm sure that wouldn't feel fucking good down there. Well, that's a shame. I think my camera died. Well, damn, I guess I'll have to cut the video short there. And then, I guess I'll show the final drawing at the end when I edit this, if I do. But, yeah, thanks for watching.